Hey travelers older than 70 years old, if the sea still has your heart, you're exactly where you should be. Maybe it's waking up to a brand new port, sipping coffee while the horizon drifts by, or swapping stories with friendly faces at breakfast. This chapter isn't just about taking a trip, it's about enjoying your freedom and all the miles of experience you've earned. But beyond the sunny photos, there are pitfalls most seniors never get warned about. Small missteps can snowball into stress, bills, or missed moments. In this video, we'll walk through 14 quiet dangers that can turn a dream cruise sideways, and the simple steps to dodge each one with confidence. Let's start. Pre-existing insurance disclosures. You feel great, you click "I'm healthy" and move on. That tiny checkbox can turn into a very large bill if last month's routine checkup counts as treatment under your policy's look-back rules. Insurers don't go by how you feel, they go by records. A medication change, a new test order, even a "keep taking it and see me in 3 months" note can trigger the definition of treatment. Policies vary by line and by insurer, but look-back windows commonly run 60–180 days before you bought the plan. That's why timing matters more than almost anything else. Buy coverage shortly after your first cruise payment, not the night before you fly. When you call, say this out loud: "My first payment was today." What's the deadline to qualify for your pre-existing condition waiver? Then confirm in writing. "Please email me that this plan includes a waiver if purchased within X days of my first payment." Print that email, save it to your phone. Carry a one-page medication list, name, dose, schedule, and your doctor's contacts. Put a copy in your carry-on and another in your cabin safe. If a claim ever happens, you'll be glad you can hand over a clean summary without fishing through bottles. One more move that helps later: at booking, tell the agent, "Please note in my file that I take long-term blood pressure medication. I'm purchasing insurance within the waiver window." It's not a promise of coverage, but it shows you didn't hide anything. The checkbox doesn't scare you when you control the timeline. 2. Mobility scooters and chargers. Ships are not shopping malls. Cabin doors can be narrower than your hallway at home, corridors pinch during housekeeping rush, and anything with surge protection may get pulled at security. Measure at home: overall width, turning radius, and handlebar height. Many standard cabin doors hover around 2 feet across when open, fine for a slim scooter, tight for a wider one. If you suspect a squeeze, request an accessible cabin or a different layout early, not at the pier. Send one clear email 30 days out to the cruise line's accessibility or special needs desk. List the scooter model, width in inches and centimeters, and battery type: sealed lead acid or lithium. Then ask 3 very specific questions. Will this model fit through a standard cabin door on my ship? Where do you prefer scooters to charge overnight so doors aren't blocked? What is your tender policy for my scooter type? Bring a simple non-surge USB charging hub for phones and tablets. Leave household extension cords and surge strips at home. They're fire risks in a marine environment and often confiscated. On embarkation day, introduce yourself to your cabin attendant. "Can we set a parking spot that keeps the exit clear, and is there a place near an outlet for overnight charging?" If you're on a deck with lots of through traffic, angle the scooter so the door opens without hitting it. Label the scooter with your name and cabin number. If crew need to move it for cleaning, it comes right back. And practice a quick in-spin-out drill the first afternoon. The fewer awkward 3-point turns you do at 11 p.m., the fresher your legs feel at 11. 3. Tender ports and steps. Anchored days look gorgeous in the brochure. In real life, the small tender boat rises and falls with the swell, and the step between the ship's platform and the tender may not stay still for you. Policies vary by line and by sea conditions. Staff can and will turn people away if it isn't safe. Don't learn that at the platform. The afternoon before any tender port, visit shore excursions and guest services. Ask calmly: "Is tomorrow still a tender? What's the sea state forecast? What assistance is available for limited mobility?" If you booked a tour, get exacts. How many minutes will I be on my feet? Any stairs without rails? Cobblestones. If the answer is fuzzy, pivot to a panoramic coach tour or an easy-pace excursion that advertises ramps and minimal walking. Ship-run excursions typically handle timing better if tenders pause. On the morning itself, travel light and hands-free, fold what you can. Arrive early to the tender lounge so you aren't in a crush. If the platform is lively, ask the officer, would you recommend waiting one cycle for a calmer boarding? Sometimes 2 minutes changes the whole feel, and if the call is no, take the gift of a quiet ship. Book the spa, enjoy the pool, or grab a window seat in a near-empty cafe. Then swing by the Shore Excursion's desk before lunch to confirm your refund or credit for anything cancelled due to safety. Energy is currency on a cruise. Spend it where it pays you back. 4. Elevator gridlock at peak times. Pre-dinner rush, showtime, and muster turn elevator banks into stand-up comedy. Doors open to a wall of human shoulders and smiles that say maybe next time. You avoid this pile-up by out-timing it and out-routing it. Leave 5 to 10 minutes earlier than your habit says. Target the aft bank rather than midship in the thick of things. Aft is often calmer. If you're traveling down and the cars keep arriving full, ride up 1 or 2 decks first, then back down with seats open. It feels silly, but it works. Talk to the dining team. Could we shift to the 8:15 seating? Lifts are a lot easier then. For the theater, study the deck plan once and approach from the bank closest to your seats to avoid crossing the crowd. If your group mixes stairs and lift, pick a meeting chair inside the venue, not a hallway corner, less bumping, more breathing room. Inside the car, keep canes and walkers against the wall so the doors don't bounce and fail to close. If you need space, say it simply, I'm steady but not fast. Mind if we wait for the next one? People are kinder than the internet suggests. The small time you spend avoiding the jam saves big energy later. 5. Slippery showers and high sills. Bathroom design at sea loves 2 things: glossy tile and tall thresholds. Add a moving ship, and you've got a recipe that doesn't care how careful you are. Fix it the first hour. As you unpack, call housekeeping and say, could I have a non-slip mat, a shower seat, and a nightlight today? Place the seat so you can reach shampoo without twisting. Park bottles at waist or shoulder height, not on the floor. Lay an extra towel outside the shower lip so your first step lands dry. If the ship is sailing in a breeze, close the balcony door before you open the bathroom door. Cross drafts whip curtains and can slick the floor. At 3 a.m., light is your friend. A tiny battery tea light, or the ship's nightlight, means you see the threshold, not kick it. If your soles are slick, wear thin shower sandals with grip. Test the water before you step in. No reaching forward on wet tile. When the ship moves, turn sideways at the threshold. Hand on the bar and take 1 slow step. If you prefer your own gear, a foldable suction cup bar helps. Check manufacturer instructions and use it as an aid, not a lifeline. None of this removes the fun, it just removes the how did I end up on the floor story that nobody wants to tell. If this is helping you cruise smarter, help more people see it. Tap like so the algorithm puts this in front of other travelers over 70 who need it. Hit subscribe and comment. I'll enjoy my next cruise. Let's continue. 6. Buffet salt and hidden sugar. Cruise food can be wonderful. It can also be a stealthy mix of salt and sugar that works against certain medications and your sleep. You don't need to eat like a monk, you just need a few small, steady moves. At the buffet, soups, sauces, and cured meats carry a lot of sodium. Sweet glazes, breakfast pastries, and healthy smoothies punch far above their size in sugar. At lunch, do something most people skip: pre-order tomorrow's dinner the way you actually want it. Tell your server, grilled, no added salt, sauce on the side, lemon wedge please. That quiet request lets the kitchen plan and it shows up without a scene. At the buffet, start with protein you can see: eggs, grilled fish, plain chicken, carved meats without sauce. Add color that crunches, salads, and vegetables you dress yourself, then treat yourself with a small spoon of the fun stuff. Keep a water bottle with you and take a few sips every 20 minutes. Thirst masquerades as snack cravings at sea. If you're managing blood sugar, slide desserts to lunch when you're more active and opt for berries or a half portion at dinner. None of this is about fear, it's about enjoying the food and waking up ready to do the good parts tomorrow. 7. Excursion, pacing and cobblestones. The words panoramic and easy pace sound like a breeze until your guide stops at a hill, points to steps without a rail, and says, "It's just 5 minutes up." City stones can wobble ankles. Sun and humidity turn short walks into long days. You want the views without the struggle. Visit the Shore Excursion's desk on day 1 or 2 and ask for numbers, not adjectives. How many minutes on foot? How many stair steps at a time? Any steep grades? Is there a place to sit during the explanation? If the answer is vague, try "What's your least walking panoramic coach with photo stops and restroom access?" That phrasing gets you the right folders. If the forecast is hot, consider a morning tour and a relaxed afternoon on board. A half-day done well beats a full day endured. For historic centers with cobbles, a rubber cane tip or a folding trekking pole makes a surprising difference. If you're sharing a private car, agree on a time on feet limit before you go. And if you realize mid-tour it's too much, tell the guide early, not after you're spent. "I'd like to rejoin the coach at the next stop." They want you safe and smiling. It's better for tips and reviews. Your goal isn't to keep up with the fastest person, it's to bring home Maury you want to tell. 8. Medical center hours and fees. Most onboard clinics run 2 daytime blocks, like 8:11 a.m. and 4:7 p.m., with a call-out fee after hours. The care is there. The surprise is the bill at the wrong time. On day 1, find the clinic, photograph the posted hours and fees, and ask guest services one simple question. "If I need non-urgent help, which hours avoid after-hours fees?" Save the photo with your other travel documents. If you're the planner in the family, take 10 minutes to type a short note on your phone: name, date of birth, allergies, meds, and a contact back home. If you do visit, you hand this over instead of spelling out Vastin in a moving hallway. Crowds hit the clinic on sea days around late morning. If you wake with something small, go at opening. If you feel off in the late evening, call and ask the nurse on duty if it's safe to wait for the morning hours. Let them advise you. Keep receipts and wristbands, photograph them for your records. Insurance often wants itemized details later. Policies vary by line and insurer, but the pattern is simple. Daytime is calmer and cheaper, after hours is faster but costs more. You're not avoiding care, you're avoiding waiting rooms and surprise numbers. 9. Muster and stairwell reality. Modern muster is simpler than it used to be, but the real test is moving around the ship if something serious happens. You don't need to climb Everest, you just need a plan that matches your needs. Before sail away, walk to your muster station during a quiet hour. Time it. Note 2 routes, one midship, one aft or forward, because people instinctively bunch in the nearest stairwell. Sit where you'd sit in a real event. Introduce yourself to the crew member there and say, "If I need extra time on stairs, is there a tag or note you can add to my file?" Some lines give assistance stickers or wristbands. Others simply note it in the system. Either way, you've pre-framed the request before the whole ship moves at once. In the cabin, store your lanyard and a small flashlight on the same hook each night. If you use a folding cane seat, check it once so you know how it opens without thinking. When alarms ever sound, the trick is steady, not fast. One hand on the rail, keep your balance tools, and follow crew instructions. And don't prop fire doors open for convenience, they're there to keep corridors safe. This isn't dramatic, it's just rehearsing once so your body knows the path if your brain goes busy. 10. Balcony wind and door slams. 2 doors open at once, your cabin door and the balcony, and suddenly the room becomes a wind tunnel. Papers fly, curtains whip, and the heavy balcony slider can slam hard enough to pinch fingers. Add a neighbor's outdoor smoke drifting in and you've got an evening that feels nothing like the brochure. The fix is simple physics. Make a habit, close one door before you open the other. Latch the balcony door before you step into the hall. Don't prop the balcony with a shoe, sea gusts don't care about your sandal. If you catch a whiff of cigarette or cigar drifting from another cabin's balcony, report it politely and early. Lines treat balcony smoking as a safety issue, and crew would rather address it on night 1 than after a week of complaints. If you're scent sensitive, request a hypoallergenic cabin prep before you sail and again with your attendant on board. Keep the bathroom fan on during showers to reduce humidity that lingers at night. And if you love fresh air, use the balcony itself, not cross drafts through the cabin. The sea breeze belongs on your face, not slamming a door into your hand. You'll sleep better and you won't wake up wondering what that bang was at 2 a.m. 11. Emergency evac in local hospitals. Here's the part nobody wants to picture. The helicopter ride at midnight or the fast transfer to a local clinic you didn't choose. Cruise lines handle stabilization and the ship's doctor is trained for emergencies. But the next step, where you go, who pays, and how you get home depends on your coverage, not your cabin category. This is where travel insurance and medical evacuation are two different lines on the page. You want both. Before you sail, call your insurer and ask, if I'm hospitalized at a foreign port, do you cover evacuation to my home country, not just to the nearest hospital? Who arranges the transport? Save the 24/7 hotline number in your phone under ice in case of emergency and write it on a card you keep with your passport. If something happens, call the insurer as soon as practical and let them coordinate. They know which facilities are in network and how to line up ground transfers, translators, and payments. Keep every piece of paper, wristbands, discharge notes, receipts, and snap photos. If you're traveling with family, appoint one person as the communicator so nurses hear one calm voice. Most cruises end with sunsets and photos. A tiny number involve logistics nobody planned for. Planning now doesn't invite trouble, it invites control. 12. Roaming fees and health portal. Your phone tries to be helpful. At sea, helpful can mean latching onto a maritime network that bills by the minute. That's how people meet a $300 surprise. You sidestep it in under a minute. Before sail away, put your phone in airplane mode and keep it there. Turn on Wi-Fi, and if you need to call home, enable Wi-Fi calling in settings. Buy the ship's Wi-Fi plan that matches your style, basic messaging or streaming, and stick to it. Turn off background app refresh so your cloud photos don't gulp bandwidth while you sleep. Before you leave home, download an offline PDF summary from your health portal, medications, allergies, and recent test results. Save it to your Files app so you can open it without a connection. If you anticipate messaging your doctor, send a note ahead of time. I'll be at sea from dates. If you need me, please reply here. I'll check once daily on ship Wi-Fi. That sets expectations. For family check-ins, create a group message and agree on 1 hour each day you'll all be online. It keeps you connected without tethering you to your screen. You didn't come for a phone bill, you came for the ocean. 13. CPAP, oxygen and distilled water. Good sleep is gold at sea. CPAPs, BiPAPs, concentrators, and travel oxygen all work fine on ships. You just need a small setup plan. Surge-protected strips and household extension cords are usually banned, but the ship can provide a medical-grade extension and distilled water when you ask in advance. 2 to 3 weeks before sailing, email the special needs desk with your device model, plug type, and a simple request. Please confirm an extension cord and distilled water delivery to my cabin on embarkation day. On board, ask your attendant to route the cord so it doesn't become a nighttime trip hazard across the floor. Tape mats and underbed routes are your friends. Label your machine case with your name and cabin number. If you rely on a humidifier chamber, bring a spare gasket. Tiny parts go wandering at sea. Keep a backup mask cushion and a travel-size pack of fragrance-free wipes. If you need oxygen, work through the cruise line's approved supplier, so cylinders or concentrators meet ship specs and are waiting in your cabin when you arrive. Finally, if your partner's snoring is the real villain, a white noise app on airplane mode can turn a tiny cabin into a calmer bedroom. Sleep well and the days double in quality. Debark baggage and long walks. Everyone focuses on embarkation. Debarkation is where you can burn the last of your energy in one long, noisy maze. Self-assist sounds nimble. You keep your bags and roll off early. It also means lifting, lining up, and walking the length of a terminal with thousands of friends. If that's not your ideal final morning, pick a later color tag time with the baggage team and request wheelchair or porter assistance by day 2. Please add wheelchair assist at the gangway and terminal to my file. That one request moves you through smoothly without a sprint. Photograph your bags the night before you set them out, front and side, and keep any distinctive ribbons flat so they don't tear off. In the morning, eat a calm breakfast after the first rush is gone. Follow the signs to your color-coded baggage haul, then find a porter. Porters know the shortcuts and will trundle everything while you steer. Tip well. It's the last 5% of your trip done right. If you booked a shuttle or driver, pad your pickup time by 60-90 minutes in case the ship clears later. You end the cruise the way you started it. Steady, unhurried, and in control. You don't need perfect knees or perfect luck to have a great cruise. You need a plan that matches your life now. Simple requests on day one, small timing shifts, and a few phrases that open doors. You decide where your energy goes. You decide which lines you wait in, and you decide to set your phone, your meds, and your cabin so the ship works for you, not the other way around. If this helped, tap like so more people your age see it, hit subscribe for the rest of the series, and tell me in the comments what's the smartest move you've learned at sea, or the priciest surprise you dodged. See you in the next video.